Okay, after you've downloaded the activity page from the website, we're going to fold our paper in half and make sure it's creased right along the line of symmetry. When you're done with that, flatten it out and fold it back the other way. This ensures that it lays nice and flat on the table while we do our drawing. Okay, first we're going to start about an inch from the top and draw a diagonal line down and to the right from the line of symmetry. You want to make a nice heavy line weight and then create a V, but make the right side of your V just slightly lower than the place where you began. And again, do a nice thick and heavy line weight. And then we're going to create another diagonal line down and to the right with a nice thick line weight. All right, we're going to continue and turn that into what looks like a W, but this time curve the line just a little bit as you're going back up. And we're going to draw a line back down now that also has just a little bit of a curve to it. And we're going to do that one more time. So each time you do this, you're giving it a little bit more of a curve and a little bit skinnier of a V shape. So we'll go up, we curve a little bit more, and this time when we come back down, you'll see how we curve back. So in order to get there, what we want to do is we want to come down from our third V and drop a dot down there. That's going to be like our anchor. And then using a very light line weight, draw a curved line down to the dot we just created. Okay, we're going to be making some construction lines, and we want to do these in a very light line weight. We're going to draw a curved line right below the valleys of all of those V's. And it's going to go across the crown. Then we'll draw a little backward C at the edge of the crown and draw a parallel line back from the line of symmetry. That's going to become a rim around our crown. Now at the bottom, we're going to do half of an ellipse or half of an oval that starts at the line of symmetry and kind of turns around at the dot we created and goes back to the line of symmetry. This is where the crown would sit on the head. If you look at that first rim we did up at the top, we're going to try and create a rim around the bottom edge of the crown that's about the same size. But when we go around the edge of the crown here and go back to the back of the crown, we want to thin the rim out. And what that's going to do is it's going to make our crown look a little more three-dimensional. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. If you're happy with what you've got, you can erase kind of the lines that are intersecting there where the rim around the crown meets the edge of the crown as well as the dot. And then let's go ahead and darken in our lines, make them nice and thick like the ones we first started with. And the key here is to get plenty of graphite down on the page. So you're probably going to make your lines a little thicker than you normally would on just your average drawing. And you may go back and forth just to make sure that you get that graphite laid down. The reason why we want so much graphite is we're going to transfer this part of the drawing to the other half of the page in just a moment. But go ahead and finish up, put all that graphite on. Try and smooth out your lines if you can so they don't look too jagged. Okay, I think that's good enough. You're going to need something hard. I think probably like a marker cap would be a good thing. Yeah, so I got this marker here, and I'm going to go ahead and fold this in half, just like so. And I'm going to take kind of the edge of the marker. I'm sort of pushing the edge of this marker cap along the lines that I've drawn. And don't press too hard. You don't want to damage the paper, but you're trying to apply enough pressure to get your graphite to transfer over. Let's just see how we're doing real quick. Oh yeah, see how that's starting to transfer? That's looking really good. So we'll just keep going with that. Make sure you get each part
it's hard to tell if you've gotten everything because you can't really see how it's transferred. But because you folded the paper, there's no harm in taking a peek and seeing how you're doing and then going right back to it. Just try not to let the fold of your paper get off. You want to keep that a nice clean crease up here, and it helps to hold around where you're burnishing the paper. Um, so as you're going, try to keep the paper in place as best as possible. All right, I think I'll probably be happy with that. Yeah, it's pretty good. I can always go back over some parts if it feels like I need some more graphite, like right there. But that at least gives me the overall shape, and now we've got a crown, which is awesome.
All right, once you do that, put a scrap piece of paper behind your drawing, and let's get a permanent black marker and trace over our lines. And when you're done with that, we'll fill in the crown with yellow. Be careful not to overwork the marker on the paper because there's a lot of ink and the paper will get weak if you overwork it. So using broad strokes, the side of the chisel tip, you can fill it all in. And then choose a background color that stands out against yellow. I'm using yellow's complementary color, purple or violet here, and I'm actually using a blue, violet, and a purple. I'm going with blue, violet around the border, and then I'll fill in the rest with purple crayon. So this takes a little bit of time if you have new crayons. If you've got an older crayon, you can peel the wrapper off of it and use the side of the crayon, and that will speed you up a little bit. One of the goals that I like to try to shoot for is to make it look clean, not scribbled in. And so I'm very careful to keep the direction of my crayon going in a smooth pattern, sometimes in a circular pattern, to kind of blend in the marks, make it look nice and even. All right, now we're going to take some colored pencil and some crayon, and we're going to shade in parts of the crown to make it look more three-dimensional. This is a great technique to lay colored pencil or crayon on top of marker. Don't put marker on top of crayon or you may end up ruining your markers. The wax from the crayon has a way of really messing with the markers. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like to print out this activity sheet, it is at mrhen.com and there is a link in the description below. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and please also share this with any teachers, any homeschooling parents who are looking for activities for their art students. Thanks so much and have a great day.